BBC Audio presents Lenny Henry's What's So Great About, and 4 other BBC documentaries, a collection of shows by stand-up comedian, actor, writer, singer, and TV presenter Lenny Henry. Lenny Henry is a multi-talented Renaissance man with a wide range of interests. But there are a few things and people he just doesn't get, despite their iconic status, and in What's So Great About, he explores them to find out what makes them so appealing.
So I'm on Broadway in New York, the Great White Way. How ironic is that, folks? And this is the theatre district, hugely steeped in the history of acting. The Luntz, the Orpheum Theatre, there's a big neon sign for Super Nanny, there's Vince Vaughn's Wild West comedy show being advertised, Hard Rock Cafes down to my right, and all the way uptown there's yellow taxis and the Kodak sign and Mr. Peanut and Planet Hollywood, and look, there's a hooker.
This is a programme about acting. Yes, listeners, it's about performance and applause and a form of acting training that evolved during the 1940s and 50s and which has become so well known in theatrical circles it's even acquired a capital letter M. It's called method acting, or simply the method.
The method is not a straitjacket. The method doesn't demand that you do things in a certain way. All it does is it puts you in close touch with yourself in a way that ordinary people are not.
And in Britain, we sort of think it's a load of indulgent tosh. We think it's twaddle. We think it's pish and posh and pants. Because it's fussy and fidgety and it appears to be self-indulgent. However, some of the greatest actors in American movie history have studied at the Actors Studio just down the road. And I want to find out what's so great about the method. Is it pants, or is it a fantastic technique for locating truth for the jobbing actor?
One of the first things Lee said to me when I finished, he looked at me and he said, "Well, you're very natural, darling, but you're not real."
I've just walked down a couple of blocks from Broadway, past Sardi's and past Spamalot, and the further away you get from Broadway, the smellier it gets.
Lee Strasberg was its high priest, and it's been preached and practiced by the greats of Hollywood like Marlon Brando, Jimmy Dean, Elia Kazan, and Dustin Hoffman. But frankly, I've never really got it. What is it that makes the method so special? It's spoken of in hushed tones, like some Masonic ritual. I mean, surely it's just acting, isn't it?
It's a training. It's not a style of theatre. You see, that's why there is a misconception also there. There is no such a thing as method acting.
The method is a name created by media. Lee Strasberg never said the method until the end of his life. He finally said, because of my exercises and the way I've developed my system of training, it can now honestly be called a method, the method. But he never said method acting.
And because it's ultimately the key to some of America's most illustrious and glamorous international stars of the last, 50 years, it's also got another big M attached to it. An M for mystique.
You know, you can make a long list. Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Estelle Parsons.
We had Rod Steiger, we had Marlon Brando, James Dean.
Like Nicholson, like Martin Landau, Ellen Burstyn, like Dustin Hoffman, like Jane Fonda.
The women, Kim Stanley, Geraldine Page, Julie Harris, Maureen Stapleton, Uta Hagen.
Directors like Arthur Penn, Sidney Lumet, Francis Ford Coppola drew on this play.
And what you don't know is that the majority of the big stars today are all being coached by Actors Studio members.
I just walked down 44th Street, and we're here, outside the Actors Studio. It's an unprepossessing red brick building with bars at the windows and people walking by, sort of oblivious to the fact that history has been made in this building. God blimey, the smell of them drains.
Do you think being at the Actors Studio helped your career?
That's where I became an artist instead of a babe.
Oscar-winning star Ellen Burstyn arrived in New York in 1956.
I was a dancer and a chorus girl, and, I got work because I looked good, but that's where I became an actress. Not a movie star, not a showgirl, not a model, but an actress.
But before I actually get inside the Actors Studio, a little detour via London. A whole cast full of theatrical luminaries are gathered tonight at the National Theatre to...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?